You're on a bus or in a car scrolling through your phone, everything seems fine, and suddenly your stomach flips, your head starts spinning, and you feel completely off. That's motion sickness doing its thing. It happens when your senses can't agree on what's happening. Your inner ears picking up every turn, bump, and acceleration, while your eyes are staring at a still screen, telling your brain, we're not moving at all. Your brain gets confused by the conflicting signals and literally panics. It thinks you might be hallucinating or even poisoned, so it activates defense mode, nausea, dizziness, cold sweats, and sometimes vomiting. It's not just one part of your body glitching. It's a complete sensory disagreement that ends with your body hitting the emergency button for no real reason. Hiccups. You're sitting in an important meeting, the room is completely quiet, and out of nowhere, hic, that weird little jolt shakes you. This is followed by your vocal cords quickly closing, which produces that signature hic sound. It can be caused by eating too fast, drinking carbonated beverages, swallowing too much air, or even a sudden change in temperature. But a lot of the time, there's no obvious trigger at all. It's your brainstem randomly misfiring and your diaphragm reacting instantly. One of the oldest and most annoying body glitches we all deal with. You're in the middle of a conversation with someone, and suddenly your eyelid starts twitching and fluttering uncontrollably. That's myokymia, tiny involuntary contractions of the muscles around your eye. It's usually triggered by stress, fatigue, lack of sleep, too much caffeine, or eye strain. It feels super annoying and impossible to stop because you have zero control over it. It's like your facial nerves are short-circuiting from being overworked or burned out. The good news is it's almost always harmless and disappears on its own after a while. It's a hot summer day. You take a big, enthusiastic bite of ice cream or drink something ice cold really fast, and suddenly, bam! It feels like someone just stabbed your brain with an ice pick. This is brain freeze, also known by the fancy name sphenopalatine ganglion neuralgia. It happens when something very cold touches the roof of your mouth. This rapidly cools the blood vessels, causing them to constrict and then quickly dilate. That sudden change confuses your brain, and it interprets the pain as coming from your forehead instead of your mouth. It's a classic example of your body's signal processing getting mixed up for a few seconds. Goosebumps. A powerful song comes on, you get emotional, or you step into a cool breeze, and suddenly your arms and back are covered in tiny bumps. Goosebumps are real. Your sympathetic nervous system activates small muscles at the base of your hair follicles, called erector pili. These muscles contract and pull the hair upright, making your skin look bumpy. It can be triggered by cold to help trap heat, or by strong emotions like fear, excitement, or awe. It's an automatic reflex that still fires, even when it's not really necessary anymore. Your body reacting on its own without asking for permission.
Shivering. When it's cold, your body starts shivering. Rapid, small muscle contractions designed to generate heat and warm you up. But shivering has a glitchy side too. It can also happen when you're scared, anxious, nervous, or emotionally overwhelmed. Your nervous system doesn't always distinguish between physical cold and psychological stress. It treats both situations the same and activates the same defense mechanism. It's your body hitting the something's wrong button, even when the only threat is in your mind. You yawn or open your mouth wide and you hear a loud click or pop from your jaw. This is usually related to the temporomandibular joint, TMJ, the hinge that connects your jawbone to your skull. If the small disc inside the joint slips out of place or the joint is slightly inflamed, you get that characteristic clicking or popping sound. For some people, it's completely painless and harmless. For others, it can become painful or uncomfortable. It feels like a mechanical part of your body is slipping a gear. Stomach drop, elevator sensation. That strange fluttering or dropping feeling in your stomach when an elevator goes down fast or you're on a roller coaster drop. That's your internal organs reacting to sudden changes in motion. Your body moves quickly downward, but your organs take a tiny fraction of a second longer to follow. Your brain senses this mismatch and sends a quick visceral reaction. It's basically motion buffering. No real danger, just your insides lagging behind for a split second. Skin crawling. Sensation. You get the creepy feeling that bugs or insects are crawling all over your skin, but when you look, there's absolutely nothing there. This sensation is called formication. It's a type of nerve misfire that can be caused by anxiety, stress, fatigue, or certain neurological changes. Your brain receives strange signals from your skin and interprets them as crawling or tingling sensations. It feels very real and quite unsettling, even though it's completely harmless in most cases. Tinnitus, ringing in the ears. You're in a completely quiet room and suddenly you hear a high-pitched ringing or buzzing sound. That's tinnitus. It's not coming from outside, it's generated inside your auditory system, often caused by exposure to loud noise, natural aging, or high stress levels. When your brain isn't receiving normal sound input, it sometimes fills the silence with its own phantom sounds. It can be one of the most frustrating glitches because there's nothing physically there, yet you can't turn it off.
I feel so numb. Oh no. Wake up, wake up, wake up! Why won't you wake up?
Numbness or pins and needles. Paresthesia. You sit with your legs crossed for too long, then stand up and one leg feels completely numb, followed by a wave of pins and needles. This is paresthesia. Temporary pressure has cut off blood flow or compressed a nerve. When the pressure is released, the nerve signals come rushing back in a chaotic way. It's not actual needles poking you. It's your misfiring nerve endings sending scrambled messages to your brain. Your nervous system is essentially rebooting the connection.
Needles, your nerves are just trolling.
Snattiation reflex. You finish eating a large meal, sit back, and out of nowhere you sneeze several times. This is known as the snattiation reflex. It seems to be connected to the vagus nerve, which runs between your brain and your digestive system. When your stomach is very full and stretched, it can accidentally stimulate the sneeze center in your brain. It's pretty rare, usually harmless, and shows just how strangely interconnected different systems in your body really are.
You're lying in bed in the middle of the night. You stretch your leg, and suddenly your calf muscle seizes up painfully, like it's being twisted by an invisible hand. That's a Charlie horse, a sudden, intense, involuntary muscle cramp. It can be caused by dehydration, low electrolyte levels, muscle fatigue, or overuse. Sometimes it just happens randomly. The muscle contracts hard and doesn't want to relax. All you can do is try to stretch it out and wait for the glitch to pass. You walk out of a dark place straight into bright sunlight and immediately start sneezing. If this happens to you, you probably have the photic sneeze reflex, which affects about 20 to 30% of people. It occurs because the optic nerve and the trigeminal nerve are located very close to each other. Bright light strongly stimulates the optic nerve, and the sneeze signal accidentally gets crossed over and triggered. It's a funny neural shortcut glitch in the brain.